You got to put 20% down. You got to pay for all the rehab out of your pocket, and you got to pay all the closing costs out of your pocket. This is not what professional investors do. Hello and welcome to the Total Wealth Academy podcast. My name is Steve Davis. I'm your host. And if you're not familiar with Total Wealth Academy, we are a real estate investor and mentor group. We teach people how to invest effectively in real estate, everything from single family houses to big apartment complexes, self-storage complexes, and so on. And what we're going to talk about today is one of the most costly mistakes that new investors make. It's using the wrong loan. See, what a lot of people do is they go out there and they say, I'm going to start investing in real estate. And because they don't have a mentor, they don't know what they're doing, they go to Bank of America, they go to Wells Fargo, they go to Chase and talk to them about getting investor loans. And they're going to tell you this: you got to put 20% down. You got to pay for all the rehab out of your pocket, and you got to pay all the closing costs out of your pocket. This is not what professional investors do. With me today is Grant Sproul. Grant, I said that correctly, correct?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
correct.
welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you.
Your face is sitting up there. I figured I'd better introduce you before I go through my ritual. But every time I talk to a hard money lender, I have to tell this story. If you go out and you buy a $200,000 house and your all-in cost is around $170,000, with a hard money loan, that can be as little as $20,000 total out of pocket. If you were go to Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, that deal would be $68,000 out of pocket. $68,000. Do you realize you can buy 3.5 houses for what you could buy only one using those lenders? And this is where it gets shocking. So listen closely, please. If you buy a $200,000 house and your all-in cost is just $150,000, that can be as little as zero down. So there are options for zero down deals. You hear all the time people talking about zero down deals, and it seems unreal. Well, we're doing more zero down deals right now than we have in the past 3 or 4 years, just because of where the market's at. So if you're going to build a portfolio of single family houses, you need somebody like Grant on your team who can get you the lowest down payment possible. So Grant, I'll pass the ball off to you. Explain to them a little bit about the hard money loan and what type of products you have for investors.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Steve. So my name is Grant. I'm a Sproul Capital. We're a hard money lender here in Houston and in Dallas. We lend all over Texas. We do many other states as well, such as Missouri, North Carolina, Arkansas, Tennessee, Georgia. So when you're coming to us, it's a simpler process than going to a bank. We don't have a bunch of red tape. You talk to me personally, or another one of our loan officers. So the point of the hard money loan is to, like Steve was saying, to decrease your out-of-pocket cost, so that you're not putting as much cash down, so you can go do a lot more deals. Especially once you get some more experience, you might be doing 2 or 3 deals at one time. Definitely don't suggest doing that on your first couple of deals. Get some experience under your belt and, learn the rehab process, learn the loan process, the refinance process, or the selling process and how that works. Because it can be, daunting doing it, maybe your first time trying to do all of that with 2 properties. But coming to us, the point of the loan is we're going to include that purchase price and the rehab and the loan, where a conventional bank won't be able to do that. So we're usually putting down the whole purchase price at closing. So you're not having to, say, put down 10% of that, 20% of that. And then we're the rehab is held in escrow. So you're basically coming out of pocket your lender fees and the title fees. And oftentimes that is around $6,000 up to, $12,000. A lot of the times we're seeing around 7,500 or eight is, I would say on average, when doing a BRRRR property. So initially with that hard money loan, when you're closing on the property, you're say out of pocket $8,000, and you have another in cash reserves, another 15 or 20, so that you're able to pay that contractor to get him started, and then do a draw so that they're able to continue the work. And then once you are finished with the rehab, then you're able to submit for that final draw request, take out all the escrow money, make the contractor's completely paid, and you're able to either refinance the property and do a reappraisal, get the conventional loan to finance 75% of that appraised value, and get out of the hard money loan, get into a lower interest rate, and rent the property out. And so this process really just saves you a ton of money out of pocket, and having to go through a conventional bank trying to do that. So saves you a lot of money out of pocket, and working with a hard money lender, we can close a lot faster. So we've closed as fast as 3 days, which is definitely extremely fast. And what we need that really kind of slows down to that process is an appraisal and a survey. So those can take around an appraisal, say 4 days. And with a survey, those can take, it depends on the survey company, but hopefully they can get it back in 4 or 5 days. So that's kind of a general overview of the process on working with.
Yeah. So people should be aware, and you brought that up. I just want to make it clear. You use a hard money loan for a short period. You buy it,
Yeah.
rehab it, and then you move to a conventional loan. Now, let's go back to my scenario of, if you go to Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, they're going to want 20% down. They're going to make you put all the rehab. Here's the thing. Did you know they won't even finance that house? Because it's in poor condition.
Yeah.
So in reality, it wouldn't be $68,000 down. They wouldn't even do the deal with you, because they're going to take a look at it and go, you're missing carpet, you've got holes in the wall, you need a new roof. They're not going to finance it for you. You've got to use Grant or someone like Grant that will do a hard money loan, because they will loan you the money, including the rehab money, and you can buy property in really any condition. I've bought properties that were burned out, and still was able to get a loan, and it ended up being a fantastic deal for my family. So the other thing you mentioned is the quick close. The quick close is a powerful, powerful tool. Why? Because a lot of times you're buying property that's about to be foreclosed on, and they may be getting foreclosed on 7 days from now. They don't have time for a 30-day mortgage. They need it done quickly, and Grant can help you do that. So that makes your offer stick out above everybody else's offer, allowing you to do more deals more effectively. So Grant, you do the refinance into the conventional too?
We do not. We just do hard money. We really focus on that, making that as easy of a process to do. It's as simple as filling out 2 links for us. So borrower info and getting pre-approved, submitting a few documents, making it a very easy and smooth process. And then whenever you do have that deal, there's a second link that maybe takes, if you're quick, I would say 4 minutes to fill out. And we can go ahead and start processing that loan, getting on it, and ordering appraisal, ordering the survey, ordering title work. So just making that as smooth and quick as possible.
Who are you referring people to for the refi?
So we work with AMP and First Imperial. Are you familiar with those companies?
I'm familiar with AMP, not at First Imperial.
Okay, they're both great. Both super quick to get people pre-approved, both super quick to get people refinanced. But we can work with any conventional lender. It's as simple as people will just send us an email. We send them a payoff statement, and then they have all the details they need to get it refinanced and to get our loan paid off. So we can work with any conventional lender.
And a lot of people are scared of the hard money loan because it does have a high interest rate,
Yeah.
anywhere from 10 to 14%.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, I would never pay that type of interest.
Yeah.
That's a foolish statement to make,
Yeah.
because you're talking about 20,000 out of pocket versus $68,000 out
Right.
of pocket, and you only use it for 2 or 3 months. In other words, as soon as your rehab is complete, you go refinance the house,
Right.
and now you're down around 5.5, 6.5% a
Right.
regular interest rate that you can lease the property for, or you can just hold on to the hard money loan and sell it if you're going to flip it. How
Right.
long do you allow people to hold the hard money loan?
Up to 12 months.
Wow, that's plenty of time.
Yeah. So usually our loan is a 6-month loan, and they can extend it 2 times for 3 months. So making it in total up to 12. So yeah, I mean, oftentimes if we have good borrowers, we get as low as 9.99 on the interest rate, which is a
That is
good
low.
rate. Yeah. And usually that, after 2 months, that'll step up to say 12.99. But if they're doing, say, a small rehab of 15 grand, they should be able to get that rehab done in a month and a half and get refinanced out of it, especially if they're getting in touch with their conventional lender 2 weeks before they're finished with the rehab and going ahead and facilitating that handoff of the loan. So paying 9.99 for 2 months is really a minuscule cost when you're taking into account how much money out of pocket you'll be saving with getting a hard money loan. And hard money loan sounds aggressive. It's but it's working with a good hard money lender like us, or there's others out there as well, where they don't have hidden fees. It's a very, clean method. So like with us, there's no prepayment penalty. All our fees are very clear. So we have a processing fee, we have an origination fee, and then a draw request fee. So we don't have any hidden fees. We really focused on building that relationship with our clients. And if you have hidden fees where people are getting just line item here, then it's not a fun process to work with. So working with somebody like a hard money lender that's easy to work with, easy to get loans submitted, easy to get pre-approved. When you call, somebody answers. It helps you with that, I guess, process of working with a hard money lender.
Yeah. You definitely want somebody that answers their phone, and you're not dealing with an AI bot
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that. How long have you been doing this?
So we're a family company. So we started I guess we've been heavily involved in real estate since 2009.
Oh, wow.
We started lending. We wanted a place to invest our money, kind of get more into multifamily. So we joined a real estate group a couple of years ago, I guess coming up on like 4 years now. And we're doing a lot of investing at that point. And we got approached to start investing through a different hard money lender. So we were basically not the front guy. We were just investing and managing the loans and doing all the hard stuff instead of just originating it with the clients. And so we started doing that directly to the borrowers 2 years ago. And at that point, we started growing and started a fund, and we're able to take on different investors, but primarily still work with our private family money. So it allows us to be a lot more nimble and a lot more relationship based with our clients, and able to make decisions very quick. So for example, when you call me, I'm not going to have to tell you, oh, I need to go talk to our board. I need to go talk to other people with the company. I can tell you right there what we can and can't do, which is quite nice, especially for clients that are needing to get a deal approved and closed in a few days. So that just gives us another advantage. So we've been doing this directly to clients for 2 years.
And then what is your website?
Sproulcapital.com. So
spell that for them.
SPRUILL capital.com. And there's access to everything. So like, for example, investors can log into their portal, and then for borrowers, they can log into their portal, they can submit a payment if they needed to, but usually everything's on auto draft. So like if you do a loan with us, then you just don't even have to worry about it. The payment's just auto drafted each month. But then you can also submit for like a pre-approval very quickly. You can submit for a loan as well. So all that info is on our website to go through. And then also draw request info is there, and different information if somebody's wanting to learn more about investing or learn more about hard money loans and BRRRR type property methods.
And I guess it's important for people to understand that you don't want to write an offer without a pre-approval letter.
Yeah.
It just makes you look ridiculous
Yeah.
when everybody else has got one. You also want a proof of funds. So getting a pre-approval letter from SproulCapital.com will make your offer more credible, giving you a better shot at getting the deal. Plus the fact that he can close in 3 to 7 days.
Yep.
You add those two together and your offer looks really, really good to the seller.
Right.
What is I'm sure you have multiple clients that have done multiple deals. What's the most number of deals you've done with one client?
We had 3 with one client. I don't like doing more than that unless it's just somebody that has a big pile of cash.
Yeah.
And a lot of experience, just because that's how you can get in trouble as a hard money lender. If something bad happens in the market and somebody loses 3 or 4 deals, it's not a good scenario to be in. But up to, usually we're fine doing 2 for sure. But if somebody is a repeat client, we got a relationship, we're talking on the phone a good amount, and we're comfortable doing more, we're happy to do more too. So
yeah, I understand your point. And I really should have rephrased the question. A guy who has 20 rent houses, he may have done 20 hard money loans with you.
right.
It's just not all at the same time.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in your experience, what do you think of the market right now? I know I'm putting some pressure on you to do, crystal ball stuff. It
Yeah.
seems to me like it's quite a bit, it's really a buyer's market right now.
Yeah.
And we're seeing some great opportunities. Are you seeing the same thing?
Yes, definitely. And I wish I had my crystal ball so I could tell everyone what is going to happen. Because anyone that tells you what's going to happen is unfortunately just saying what they think. But yeah, definitely a buyer's market. I mean, I personally have houses that I wish I could sell and I can't. So it's a buyer's market, and it's very hard to sell houses right now. So I mean, we don't love doing flips, and if somebody is doing a flip, then we would like them to be pre-approved with a conventional lender so they have a plan B. So it's definitely very hard to sell houses. Right now we have a lot of houses we can't sell. And so there's great opportunities for buyers because if they really want to sell, like they need to drop that price. So there's great opportunities out there for buyers.
Yeah. I think and I think it's going to stay this way for probably another year, maybe even longer. But again, I'm sitting here with a crystal ball.
Yeah.
There's no way to tell. I joke about this, but I've made a prediction for the last 34 years. Every year I predicted something about the real estate market, and I've been right for 34 years in a row. So I've got a pretty good crystal ball. Now,
I like that crystal ball. That's a good ball.
Yeah. What is my prediction? What's going to happen this year is a bunch of shit that we didn't expect.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I've been right every year.
That's point on. That's exactly what happens each year. So, yeah.
So again, let's get your website out there. Sproul Capital, SPRUILL capital.com. Get your pre-approval letter and get out there and write offers, because it is a buyer's market. You are in the perfect opportunity to start building wealth. If you don't know how to do it, come see us at Total Wealth Academy, and we will walk you step by step through your deal and get you in contact with Grant. All right, Grant, I sure appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for having us.
All right, you take care.
Yes, sir. You too.